What up, stubborn ones? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna do some adult stuff, appropriate adulting stuff, house stuff. We're gonna be grown-ups today, and we're gonna clean up these tables. So here we have a sander. Ooh, we have here some sanding paper. Here's the grits or grades or whatever they're called. They're called grits. Here's the grits. And since it's gonna be dusty, our protective face stuff. Let's get started. All right, so in case you've never used these before, this is the grit. This is rough. This is a little smoother. So you want to sand these down so the paint adheres to it. That's a big word, adhere. And so here I'm gonna start with the 120 grit. It says it right there, 120, which is the roughest. Then we're gonna work our way up. And then we'll paint. Always be protected, man. There you go, Mila. All right. So, you see here, you let this go and it opens this right here. On this other side, it makes this one go up. Then you put your sandpaper in there. And then you close it. Secured. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Cool. Basically, you want to rough it up. So this is from water damage. This is from water damage, so I'm sanding it down till it's even everywhere. I'm not gonna do too much sanding here. I'm just gonna do it to rough it up. But here, I'm gonna put more attention on here, so that way it's even and smooth all the way. All right, so this machine makes this so much easier. Of course, you can do it by hand. Sand it till you feel it's smooth like this. But you saw how quick that was with the machine. You okay?
Yeah.
You want to try it?
Yeah.
Let's see. Here, hold it. Hold it right here. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Is that so fun?
Uh-huh.
So as you see, that took no time and no elbow grease and you don't want to put too much pressure on here either. It's so smooth now, it's so much better. I can still kind of feel it, but I think I can live with it. And for you wood experts out there, let me know what's the proper way to actually do this. It's not a thing. Oh, Dusty everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Let me know what's the proper way of getting rid of water and liquid damage on wood. I didn't do any research. I'm just doing this for fun.
What are you doing? Here, can I record? Chapter's right there. And my playground's right there. There she is. She's right there. Oops. There you are. She's running back.
What's that crazy dog doing?
I don't know.
All right, so moving on up. We're doing the, what's the other one? 220. This is gonna make it a little smoother. Record this. You definitely need a mask on when you're doing this, guys. Look at this. This is crazy. So, another thing for you paint wizards and woodworkers, comment down below if the proper technique is to sand with the grain, against the grain. Oh man, that's smooth. Feel that? Nice. Should I be going with the grain, against the grain, or whatever? Should I be applying a lot more pressure? Because I'm not doing any pressure. I'm doing minimal pressure. Yeah, comment down below. Let me know. Let us know. All right, guys. So we're going to continue this tomorrow because this is Florida and the mosquitoes are out already. And I don't want to do this in the garage because I don't want to get all this dust and stuff on Glowzilla. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm back. All right, so we have some daylight. Look at this dog back here. Look at this dog. Look at this crazy dog. Somebody look at this dog. She's having all the fun by herself. Anyways, so we're sanding down these tables because we're adults and I wanted to do an adult project for adults that watch my videos. No, but seriously, we're doing this because these things get expensive and, you know, it's so much cheaper to do it yourself and if you know how. So watch this video. After this, you won't even be nervous about doing your own repairs because it's that easy. And like I said, all you need is a sander, sandpaper, and obviously paint. We'll get to the paint part later. I started this yesterday, had to take a break because of the mosquitoes. So I did this part with the roughest grit, which was 120. I also used 220. And next I'm gonna use, I think it's 320 is what I have, because I want it very smooth. So that way, when I do the paint, it's smooth and it looks even. So let's get on the way. All right, and for the final process, 320. Here we go. 320 is the final one before we paint, and it needs to feel super smooth. If you feel any roughness anywhere, make sure you go over that spot again. You gotta be one with the table. One with the table. Feel the table. Smell the table. Lick the table. Just kidding. All right, guys. So I did the top first just to show the process. Next, I'm going to do the same thing on the rest of the table. All right? Just like this. In the video, I'm gonna make it seem like YouTube magic, but in reality, I found out that these actually come apart. You don't have to do this, but I did it because I wanna get them all individually and make sure that they're all nice and even and smooth on all the sides. And these pieces are hard to do because how they were. So you see I actually missed some here. So I took it all apart so I can evenly do everything. All right, guys, so now everything is sanded down. Use the 120, 220, 320 on everything. Next, we're gonna clean it off with some rubbing alcohol and a rag. And on the parts that I don't wanna get paint, I'm gonna tape it off. So I'm gonna tape some of the screw. So if paint doesn't get on there, because if it does, it won't thread back in. This hole is where the little decorations go in. So we're gonna tape that off also. This part I'm gonna tape a little bit. And then on the legs, I'm gonna tape this part off because we wanna keep it that color. I think it'll look good with the charcoal color that we went with. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Everything's taped up. Everything's cleaned up. Everything's prepped up. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, prepping is the most important part when it comes to painting anything. So take your time with the sanding. Don't rush to start painting. Make sure everything's smooth. It took me 3 days to do this because, well, mainly because mosquitoes at night. But it took me 3 days because I wanted to make sure we took our time with everything and everything was smooth and sanded and cleaned. And it also took me 3 days because I work, but whatever. So I'm in the garage now. Pray for me that I don't get paint on my pink bike there, because that would be a tragedy. So I'm gonna do 3 coats first, see how it looks, let it dry, and go from there. And again, I'm using charcoal gray. Gotta make sure you shake this vigorously. Make sure you shake this vigorously. I'm not gonna make any inappropriate jokes because who knows who's gonna watch this one. But it has to do with this for a whole minute. And then I'm going to lightly spray the first coat. Take your time with this part, guys. Don't rush into anything. I'm gonna do the first coat, let it dry for 5 minutes. Then I'm gonna do the second coat. All right, after shaking for a minute, I'm gonna hit, let me see. Ooh, I like that. You gotta test how it's gonna come out. So, I'm gonna do very light coats. Just to get some paint on there. And that's coat number 1.
RSK, let it play, boy.
All right, so while those dry for 5 minutes, it's been 5 minutes for these. Word of advice, first of all, do this in a very well ventilated area, unless you have a respirator mask. Also, wear gloves. I'm sure one of you geniuses would have found a way to hang these up or whatever, but I ain't got time for all that. These little pieces. It would take me longer to make the whole thing than... Anyways, also wear gloves. Duh. But let's get to the second coat of these. It's gonna be a little heavier coat. Gonna actually get some paint on there, and it should stick to itself, and it shouldn't bubble. So this is the second coat. I made sure it's still light, but I put enough there to cover the whole leg on all sides. And if you do it right, as you can see, it'll be smooth. It won't have any bubbles or overspray. That's why you want to do it lightly. All right, guys, so 10 minutes have gone by. When you look at it in the light, as you see, I'm doing light coats. So these are 3 light coats. As you can tell, there's still some areas that need more. So I'm gonna do a 4th light coat. And I'm doing light coats so it dries evenly. And you see there's no overspray. There's spots that still need more paint, but that's okay. Because with this coat, that's gonna be another light one, I'm gonna focus more on the bottom than on the top. All right, 4 light coats. Let that sit for another 10 minutes and come back to see how they look, to see if it needs one more coat. And let them sit, guys, don't be impatient. 10 minutes, you don't want this to dry all funky. All right, guys, after 4 light coats, I like how it looks. So we're gonna let these rest overnight and assess them in the morning after they're fully dry. If you wanna do another coat, all you have to do is use the rubbing alcohol and a rag to wipe off some dust that might have collected overnight and spray another coat. You don't have to sand it. So now we're gonna move on to the top. And just like this, bam, that's the first coat. You gotta do it light. I know you see some wood still, but these are light coats just so the paint doesn't run. It dries smoothly. The next coats will take care of the spots that you see, and they will adhere to itself and to the wood perfectly. I gotta give it 5 minutes, but in YouTube magic, this is gonna be 5 minutes plus the next coat. I accidentally finished it all. My magic worked too good, but you see, that's with 5 coats. Nice and even, took my time, let it dry, gave it enough time to dry. Light coats every time. Let's work our YouTube magic on the other table now. All right, for the second table, you guys understand the process. Sand it, prep it, clean it, paint it. I had to run out and get some more 120 because the other one, I used it all up. So, YouTube magic on the top. Bam, painted. Damn, I'm good. All right, guys, with some YouTube magic, we're gonna put this table back together. Bam. Let's try another one. Kablamo. Kawa. No, wait, I don't want to get sued. Kutch. What's another one? Hocus Pocus. And now, flip it and reverse it. And don't forget to throw the rings on it. If you like it, you should have put a ring on it. And And just like that, look how easy it looks. I mean, look how easy it was and how nice it looks. With just a few spray paint cans, some sanding paper. This looks like I could sell this for like $1,000. Someone should give me their stimulus check for these. That shit is nice. This is how it was before. And this is after. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's how it's done. Just a few hours and a little bit of elbow grease. It transformed my entire living room, bringing those 2 tables back to life. And I saved myself hundreds of dollars on, instead of buying a brand new piece of furniture, I just did it myself. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please comment. Let me know what I could have done better, how you would have done it, if you know what you're talking about. If you don't leave a comment. That's mean, I'm sorry. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.